This is the book of 1 Peter, chapter 2 and verse 9. But ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, and holy nation, a peculiar people, that ye should shew forth the praises of him who hath called you out of darkness into his marvelous light. Shalom, Kohaloyam, Wawa, Layal, Bashim Yahushai, Shamar, Kakwadash. Double honors are due unto the apostles of the great millstone and the elders who rule well. Salutations, peace and blessings to you, Akim, out there laboring on the four corners of the earth, preaching and teaching this gospel of the kingdom of heaven sincerely and truthfully. On down to all those among Yasharallah who believed our report. I'm Shamar with the Men of Valor South Carolina Camp, here to do a quick lesson on who the Lord chose. All right. See, the Lord does the choosing. All right. In the Christian church, you hear all kinds of stupid shit, pardon my French, but you do, all right? You hear Christians say the most retarded things, like, you need to choose Jesus. You need to choose to follow Jesus. You don't choose anything, man. You got it all wrong, all right? The Lord chose a certain group of people, okay, to work with, to be his holy nation, to be his peculiar people, to be a royal priesthood. All right? We didn't wake up one morning and choose to follow Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. He set that up from the foundation of the world. He did the choosing from the beginning, man. He chooses. Okay? He chooses. All right, now, in this particular passage, this is Peter hearkening back to Deuteronomy. Okay. Now, first things first, who was Peter writing to? Now, if you go to 1 Peter, the first chapter and the first verse, on down the first couple of verses, you'll read that he was writing to the elect. All right. That's the Israelites, man. All right. And in this dispensation at the time, the Lord's only dealing with a remnant of his people. And who are his people in the earth today? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, and Israelite foreigners. Those of you mingled among the heathen who may look like the heathen. But your line on your father's side goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. All right? Yeah, man. He chose the Israelites, all right, to be a special people. He didn't choose everybody. All right, but this is Peter once again hearkening back to Deuteronomy, Slakia, and I'll get a couple precepts. This is Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 37, and it reads, "And because he loved thy fathers," talking to you Israelites, all right, "therefore he chose their seed after them." All right, follow the pronouns. All right, he chose their seed after them and brought thee out in his sight with his mighty power out of Egypt. Hey, that's getting ready to happen again, man. All right, that's fixing to be a second Exodus out of this spiritual Egypt we're in. All right, yeah, man. Second Ezra, the 15th chapter goes into that. Several places go into it, but Second Ezra 15 is coming to mind right now. He's going to deliver his elect out of this new Egypt, right? When Yahushai's son turns in glory. All right, this is Deuteronomy, Slakia. This is Deuteronomy chapter 14 and verse 2. Milk scriptures, all right? Milk scriptures. Deuteronomy chapter 14 and verse 2, it says, "For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God." Who? Everyone? No, thou. Talking about, again, you Israelite. Talking about you Israelites, man. "For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God." What does the word holy mean? All right? What is that word holy? Quadash. What does it mean? It means to be separate. All right? It means to be separate. It means he chose you to be separate from these heathen nations, man. To walk differently. He chose you to follow laws, statutes, and commandments, which would be your wisdom in the sight of the nations. All right. Now today, here in Babylon the Great and throughout the four corners, 2/3 of our people are acting like goddamn degenerates, man. All right? Primarily following the ways of the heathen, specifically Esau Edom, the so-called white man, doing all his customs. You know, Jake out here getting tatted up, eating pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. All right? Celebrating their birthday, celebrating Christmas, celebrating Easter. You know, getting lineups, shaving your faces, you know, shaving your heads bald, you know, acting like heathens, but you weren't set up to do those things, man. The Lord made you to be a special people, man, a holy people, right? Deuteronomy 14:2, for thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God, and the Lord have chosen thee, once again, follow the pronouns, hath chosen thee to be a peculiar people unto himself above all the nations that are upon the earth. So yeah, man, the Lord plays the race card, man. He loves his race of people, all right? He loves his people. His people, all right, was made to be a peculiar people, a peculiar treasure unto himself, man. All right? Not everybody. The Lord also chose his men to do this work, man. All right? Again, we didn't wake up one morning and say, man, I think I'm gonna follow Yahushua. I'm gonna start preaching and teaching. No, that was all determined in the beginning, man. That was all determined in the beginning. Okay? We just had to wake up. This is John chapter 15 and verse 16. This is Yahushua speaking. It says, ye have not chosen me, but I have chosen you and ordained you that ye should go and bring forth fruit, and that your fruit should remain, that whatsoever ye shall ask of the Father in my name, he may give it to you. That's right, man. Yeah, man. The Lord chose his men. The Lord chose his disciples who would later become apostles, right? The word apostle means to be sent away. All right? Sent away to preach this gospel, man. All right? To the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Because that's who the Lord said he came for. He didn't come for everyone. He said he was only sent to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. All right? But yeah, man, Yahushua chose particular men to be his servants, the prophets, man. To go and preach, you know? Yeah, man. Isaiah chapter 43 and verse 10. And it reads, ye are my witnesses, saith the Lord. Isaiah is an Israelite. The Lord's talking about you Israelites, man. Ye are my witnesses, saith the Lord. Now this is, you know, primarily speaking about the 144,000, okay? From the 12 tribes, all right? The southern kingdom and the northern kingdom. Okay, it says, ye are my witnesses, saith the Lord, and my servant whom I have chosen, that ye may know and believe me and understand that I am he. Before me there was no God formed, neither shall there be after me. That's right, man. Got distracted. Slack. I'm going to read that verse again. Isaiah chapter 43 and verse 10. Ye are my witnesses, saith the Lord, and my servant whom I have chosen, that ye may know and believe me and understand that I am he. Only his elect understand, all right, that Yahweh is the most high power and Yahushua is the only begotten son. Only his elect believe this truth. It says, before me there was no God formed, neither shall there be after me. That's right. Yeah. So the Lord, bottom line is, the Lord is the one who does the choosing. Okay? Again, it's ridiculous on his face to say to someone, you got to just choose to follow Jesus. Nope. He does the choosing, man. He does the choosing. All right? And you can't come to the Father unless he draws you to himself, man. All right? Let's end it off in Ephesians. All right, this is Ephesians. I'm just going to read the first couple of verses of the first chapter. This is Ephesians chapter 1. and verse 1. And it reads, Paul, an apostle of Yahweh Shah by the will of God, to the saints which are at Ephesus, and to the faithful in the Mashiach Yahweh Shai. So right off the bat, you see who he's addressing here? The saints, all right? The elect Israelites who were dwelling in Ephesus, all right? Who had once upon a time lived like Gentiles, okay? But now through the power and spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, they were repenting and coming back to the sheepfold, all right? The Gentiles Paul was sent to who could receive salvation were the Israelite foreigners, man. You know, the saints. The saints. You know, you go into Exodus, it's like it, not Exodus. Go into Psalms 50 and verse 5 for one. It'll tell you who the saints are. All right? The saints are you Israelites. All right? It says, grace be to you and peace from Yahweh our Father and from the Lord Yahushua Mashiach. Blessed be the God and Father of our Lord Yahushua Mashiach, who hath blessed us with all spiritual blessings in heavenly places in the Mashiach. Verse 4. According as he hath chosen us in him before the foundation of the world, that we should be what? It says that we should be holy and without blame before him in love. And we understand that our righteousness, you know, our good works outside of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua are as filthy rags. We understand that. But the Most High, okay, set it up to where Yahushua made the ultimate sacrifice, okay? And through his blood, he washed away the sins of his elect, man. So that his elect would be standing on this earth when he returns, being holy and without blame. Yeah, man. Now, the word for chosen in the Greek, I got it up here on the screen, is Strong's G 1586. All right, Greek word 1586. I'll let Mr. Blue Letter pronounce it.
Strong's G 1586. Eklegomai. Eklegomai. Thayer's Lexicon. Eklego. Eklego.
All right. Thank you very much. Eklegomai. All right. Again, Greek word 1586 for chosen. All right. Look at the Strong's definition. It says in its primary sense to select, make choice, choose out, chosen. Okay. Appears 21 times in the New Testament. All right. Now, look at Roman numeral 1 and letter C. All right. Roman numeral 1 and letter C. It says, of God, all right, who we know to be Yahweh, all right, God's name, the Most High Power's name, in the Paleo Hebrew tongue is Yahweh. It says, of God, choosing whom he judged fit to receive his favors and separated from the rest of mankind to be peculiarly his own and to be attended continually by his gracious oversight. And then right below that it says, i.e. the Israelites. That's right, man. The Israelites. All right. A race of people chosen from the foundation of the world. All right. To inherit the kingdom of heaven. Okay. Yeah, man. To receive all these spiritual blessings. All right. To enter into rest. All right. It's for the Israelites, man. The Lord chose his men. Okay. His servants, the prophets. He chose who was going to believe on him. You know, the men, women, and children who were going to believe this testimony, who were going to hearken, who were going to repent. You know, he does the choosing, man. He does the choosing. I don't want to write this out. You were edified by this quick lesson. With that, I want to say shalom.